I have my son's blanket. The last thing I changed him out of his blanket when when I took him to the police station. I still have his last blanket and I kept it in a plastic baggie and I smell it all the time. You know, I really miss my son. And I feel like not only was I victimized by my son's father, but now I'm being victimized by you guys. I'm sorry to say, because I'm a good mom. Jordan is advanced for a reason. It's because I was very attentive to him. I took very good care of my son.
And I can attest to that.
I'm scared now, Doris.
No, there's no point in being scared now because what's done is done, but there's a plan now. There's a plan now, and you can move forward. You can move forward with this.
Maybe I don't know.
You'll be okay. You'll be okay. You'll be okay.
I'm really scared now, Doris. They're gonna find some stuff in my system.
Are they gonna? No, that's all right. No,
they're gonna find
have
some crack. Not recently, but
but that's distance. Yeah, I know. We expected that. You expect that after.
How long does it stay in your hair?
Probably about 3 weeks.
Soon can?
But a hair strands, I don't know.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I mean.
Yeah, but no,
like if they piss tested me, I'd be clean right now.
Yeah, exactly. But
the hair strand, that's it goes back a long time, right? They can tell,
Do you know what? He assaulted you.
Is there anything I can do though to
don't worry about that.
He
sure
assaulted you. There's nothing in my hair, or
no? Don't look at that. Don't look at that. Be honest with him. Talk to him. Talk to the lawyer. Tell him that you did at that time after you'd been assaulted. He didn't see the place. I saw the place. It was a mess. Okay. And you have to be. And I'll talk to. He's given me. I've got his name and his number, and I'll talk to him. No, I know. But look where you are now. You're doing okay. We've got everything's in place for you to get him back.
Do you think I have a good chance of bringing him home, Talia? With this clean time and Jane Tweed, do you think I have a good chance of bringing him home?
I think you've got the best chance you've ever had, and that everything you're doing is towards that. So just keep doing what you're doing, and just keep doing what you're doing, because everything you're doing is good.
We had an NA meeting last night. See, I record everything in my journal. I record everything. So see, these are all my...
Your printing is so neat.
See, like last night, we had the NA meeting. I just put a couple words down, like spiritual awakening. And I put, we do recover. And I put, I'm blessed and unfortunate. And I put a lot of hope. I can do it one day at a time. Better person for the choices I make. Not using, I can live a happy life, not going back to that life, not for me. And I put 12, this was for 12 days. 12 days clean. And what's that? Oh, today, I'm counting. It says, I'm worth it, I can do it. That's what I put down. Talia, he's huge. I can't get over how big he is. Oh my God, it doesn't fit on the screen.
There you can see him doing.
See him kick?
He's
See him
doing
kick?
his breathing movements as well. You can see the diaphragm moving up and down.
So when his mouth moves, do you see him kick on the screen?
His little,
Look at him. He's kicking.
Yeah. Bringing his legs up, and there's his arms.
Oh my God. That's too cool. That's so amazing. He's a kicker.
Kettler ordained patient and laughing about her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's labor and delivery.
they label her that way. You understand?
I know.
Yeah,
I
they were just
understand.
making fun of my size, I think, because he said something bigger.
Well, good
And you
heavens.
see her record and
Is that
this
is
and
that amazing
No,
in
no.
Canada? Fat people
Why-
don't get
why would
pregnant? I
she-
don't know.
I'll make a note of that because
Why
I'll
would
follow
she
that.
talk about like someone you're working there? Keep that confident. Everything is
Exactly.
confidential.
It
You
is.
don't. I'm
don't
way
talk
down
about
the hallway
patients.
here, and I could hear you talking over the counter, telling your colleagues, "Oh, you see, did you look at her records?
Okay.
You know,
I'm gonna
and
talk to,
laughing and
Maybe they were talking about as many kids have I had or
no,
the size.
no,
Who
no,
knows?
no,
I'm
You-
gonna-
that's
I'll
not
talk
what
you
it
don't
is.
know exactly.
I'm gonna talk to Kim because I don't want there to be any question at all about what's going
Yeah,
on.
because
Yeah.
I swear,
Yeah,
God above me, watch. I swear, I will knock people out.
yeah.
I told her already.
Well, people get quite emotional when there's a baby being born.
No, because I give up everything.
Yes.
Every single thing I've give up.
Okay.
And I just don't want no stupid things come to me like that, right?
Well, you've done really well.
I've been doing good, and this
You
is
have.
gonna
You
really
have been really good.
it's gonna wake up
This-
the demon in me again. Trust me,
Wow.
and I won't make.
No, we
if
will
they
work
try
on
to take,
this.
Yeah.
no, if they
I
try to take
know.
this baby out from me,
No.
oh,
They
I'm
won't.
gonna call my bros, get back into my whatever, and I'll deal
Yeah.
with them.
Yeah. But I think that you guys are good to go. And that's what we're working on, and that's why we're building all the
Yeah,
supports in
because
place.
that's why you guys like how you giving us all these opportunities to do
Oh, yeah.
proper thing.
We're
They
just
never
doing
did.
How do you think you did in terms of your nutrition for the baby?
I did my very best.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think you did really well in taking care of yourself. And what about the smoking? Last time we talked
quit.
about that. You quit? Yeah. So the first time I met you, you were having about 4 cigarettes a day. You had already cut down a lot. And then last time you told me a couple of puffs. And what about this last week? Did you have any?
No, I quit.
Quit altogether? No puffs, no smokes? That's really good. It's really good for your baby. Yeah, so I think this, hopefully this baby will be very healthy because you've really taken care of yourself. So what are your thoughts like after the baby is born? What are your thoughts about taking care of yourself?
Making sure I see my psychiatrist.
That's really important. Definitely. Yeah, that's good. Anything else you can think of? What do you need to do?
Make sure I be there for the baby. Yeah.
Definitely, that's gonna make you feel good. That's part of taking care, right? So, I guess it's probably, we don't know what's gonna happen with the baby, but it's probably gonna be a little bit stressful for you. When you feel stressed, like, does it affect the way that you eat? Do you
Yes.
think it will?
Yeah. When I worry about what's going to happen, I don't eat.
Have you ever been inside the church here?
In here, yes.
Is it nice?
Yes, it is. I've been downstairs where they actually serve meals.
It's interesting, like a place that is very beautiful.
I'm just glad to tell you I'm done.
helpful.
The life because I have flashbacks when I look at this stuff, and it's like I was cold and I was walking all night because I had nowhere to go, and it's like you're tucked in the stairwells and to buildings. People didn't care. Like some people were dipping in the same ice to use the bathroom and do it, and are tucking around the corner here, like right there where if you go around the corner, there's an alleyway, and the cars parked. People were smoking there. They were smoking on the church. Like it didn't matter. As long as you had your dope in your hand, any place warm, any place close by where the cops don't go or people, you know what I'm saying? They didn't even so much as care as people. They did, but they didn't, right? Like they weren't to the point where, okay, like somebody's staring, like, okay, you're not just gonna go and smoke in a spot where he's already spotted you. But it was where on the steps, around the corner, around here, in the laneways this way. They go to the McDonald's bathroom and do it. Like, it was anywhere you could possibly go to do it, and they did it. And I can't say anything because I used to do the same thing to warm up. Going to Tim Hortons bathroom, going to McDonald's bathroom, and it's like, what am I doing? I'm sitting in a fucking public place and I'm smoking dope. You know? But that's the whole life, that's the game. And it's like, I'm really glad I'm out of that because it's not a life. It just brings you down, and I should have got my shit together a long time ago, but it's easier said than done. But if you want to do it, you can do it. And I don't knock anybody. Hey, this is the way you want to choose your life. This is the way you want to run around and, you know, freeze your ass off and everything else.
Anybody ever help you while you were pregnant?
Oh, no. They were feeding it to me. They don't care. So the dealers just wanted the money.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The dealers that I know down here, they knew I was pregnant. They didn't care.
Anybody passing by ever help because you were pregnant?
Oh, no. Tony, it's all about the dope game. Everybody was in it for themselves. Right? It was like, not a hi, how are you? It's, got any money? You know where to get some? You got anything? Those are the questions. So it's, you know, and it's,
Did you have any money?
I made my money. Not in the greatest ways. I was working the streets and I was panhandling. And I mean, I'd be so freaking cold, tell you, but I mean, you know, get a 10 piece, like just enough to get that 10 piece, and it's like retarded. It's like, you know, 10, 15 piece. It's like panhandling in front of McDonald's and being pregnant. I don't want to use this. See, and that's what kills me, is because I used him. And that's what I was doing. Because the fact that I was pregnant, it was easy getting change. Right? That was easy to my advantage. Like I said, I'm just totally glad that I'm out of it because it's just not worth it. It's not a life.
You were surviving. So
This is transportation for Gene Tweed.
Yes.
I'm gonna put this, it says, do not use until Saturday, March 2nd. I will know. Okay.
Yes, Talia.
Okay. And then I managed to print it in color.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna keep that one,
I know.
and I'm going to give him,
The other ones?
a copy of the other one. That is so great. Oh my God.
Oh, and it's nice and big. You could take it to Gene Tweed with you.
Okay.
And this is in lieu of having Werthers and gummy bears, and
I can't bring all that crap.
you can have this.
Okay.
Okay. You got your token to get on the...
Yeah, and the voucher from you's in there, right? The voucher.
I didn't put any vouchers in here because I'm going to give you some when you come out.
Okay.
You just
I
got
got
tomorrow?
two from Diane, so
You're
yeah,
good.
that's all I need. Okay.
Right? Saturday.
Yeah.
So are you going to give me a hug or anything like that?
Yeah, I got the cigarettes. Let me.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
I'm not leaving yet. You're just going for 3 weeks. I'm going to see you when you get out.
I know, but I can't cry right now because I'm just really emotional.
I don't want you to be crying. I want you to be happy. I want you to be happy.
I am. But it's kind of hard.
It's going to be hard, but it's going to be worth it, remember?
Yeah.
Remember?
I'll be okay.
It's going to be okay.
He's gonna come and see me tonight, so.
He's going to come see you tonight. He's going to see you definitely
On
Saturday.
the taxi thing I put in the envelope, right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I love you so much, Talia.
So I think you're feeling really sad for him that he just couldn't. But at the same time, you were able to do it.
I thought by maybe leading by example, you know.
But it doesn't mean that it'll never happen.
True. I'm sorry if I get a little teary.
No, I mean, this is the place to do it. I mean,
I don't know. And then I just like, I'm thinking of like all my sisters and like my mom, and just like, it's like we never learned from like my mom, you know, like my older sister had her kids with a deadbeat idiot who couldn't commit, and then everyone was waiting for me to get pregnant, and then I finally get pregnant, and then it's for just another stupid deadbeat idiot. You know what I mean, right? I don't really mean to call it that,
But tell me where the evolution is. You're looking for the evolution in the men. The evolution is in the women.
True that.
That's where the change is. The evolution is in the women, and you're a part of that.
I believe that.
Doesn't this be hard?
When were you guys out? When were you out?
When I was
here?
15.
Okay.
And one time I remember we were picking tomatoes. Wow, 7 years old, this is when we first got here. I didn't know thou shalt not step on the vine. Well, I got a whack and passed out, and when I woke up, all my family's like way down the aisle, like they're picking slowly. And I'm thinking, well, how long have I been out? And nobody came over here to check on me and everything, you know? So that just kind of showed me like there's no love here, right? So, because my dad just, I don't know, because I stepped on the vine and he just smacked me so hard I knocked out. They noticed that in school. The grades are really good when the father's not around.
Eating and drinking okay, no problems?
No problem with
that stuff?
No.
Still tolerating everything?
Yeah.
Lots of baby movement?
Oh, lots of.
What
My
kind of...
belly button's very itchy. Is that okay? It's been very itchy all day. Like really itchy. I've been like going in circles sitting there in class today.
Well, the skin is stretching, and so sometimes when this skin starts to stretch, then it can feel itchy. Some lotion, if you have some lotion, you can put on it. Lots of people like the coconut oil, and it's supposed to be good for the stretch marks. I don't know. I had stretch marks, so I don't know. It depends on the elasticity of the skin as well. No rash or anything on your tummy, pain, nothing like that. So yeah, it's probably just the stretching of the skin is probably very tight. Any pains, contractions, Braxton Hicks? Are you feeling anything? Nothing.
Nothing.
Lucky you, they'll come. No Braxton Hicks yet, no discharge, anything like that,
No.
bleeding, nothing, good. Any other complaints during the pregnancy, anything?
I'm trying to think about it. 'Cause usually when I have complaints, it's like when I'm around nobody. No.
So far, feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
You're looking pretty good and looking pretty happy, which is good, which is very good. Because we're now May 14th, so you're how many weeks now?
It'll be 29 weeks tomorrow.
29 weeks. 10 more weeks to go. 11.
I know. I'm getting closer and closer. It's so scary.
It's not much time. Are you ready?
No. Heck no.
Have you gotten anything ready?
Yeah.
I packed a bag.
No, not yet. That's the one thing I haven't done yet.
You should start
I should do
thinking
that
about
really
that.
soon, but I haven't done it yet.
Hi, Tina. I talked with CAS, and the worker isn't in, and he's not in till Monday. But I talked to a duty worker, and she said that they have to check the infant's meconium, and then they would make a, if you'd have to go into the nursery, if you would give birth on the weekend, then you would probably be doing your breastfeeding in the nursery. And because I can't get a hold of any other worker, and I did talk to the social worker down there, and they just haven't had any change of information. That's all. Okay. And anyway, she's got a heads up, and she's going to be. Oh, we've got a fire alarm going here. We've got anyway. So they've got the information. I've talked to both the talked to David. I left a message for David Oates, and I talked to Kim Bradbury this morning. Okay. And she also gave me a number for you guys to call. I haven't got it with me. I left it at home, which is unfortunate, and a name about any complaints you have within the hospital. And I talked to her about the attitude people had towards your situation and stuff like that, and that it needed to be there needed to be some discussion around that. And she's given me a name and a number for you guys to call, but I haven't got it on me right now. I left it at home. Okay? That's a baby pope. They checked that for history of drugs, and I guess that's automatic testing because of past history of drug use. That's it. So she said that the urine testing gives them a bit, but it doesn't give them a lot. And she's not the worker, so the worker's going to know an awful lot more than she did. She just gave me a heads up about all this stuff. Okay? But I wanted you to know. Yeah, they do. They have to pay to get it tested. Yeah, you know. So, okay, but anyway, but everybody's more aware of the situation now, so there is, changes can still happen. And we don't know for sure when you're going into labor, because at least when David comes back in on Monday, when he comes in on Monday, then he can deal with it. Okay? Okay? Okay, you take, okay, you bet. Okay. You guys have a good weekend, and my phone stays open. Okay? Okay. Okay, bye. You bet. Goodbye.
Starting route to 215 Evans Avenue. Head east on Stanley Avenue.
Okay. .215 Evans. Okay. Hello, it's Talia.
Hi, Talia. I screwed up.
Hi, Vera?
I screwed up, Talia.
Honey, hold on. Hold on. Where are you?
I'm a women's zone.
You're a women's zone?
Did Peter try calling? Because I know he's done with me.
He called me last night looking for you. He was really worried.
Yeah, Talia, he's done with me. Can I help me?
Lynn, are you staying?
I don't know why I did it. No, I have nowhere to go. I can't come back till discharge time. I have no idea where I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna come. Are you at Women's Zone right now?
Yeah.
You can't. Can you stay in there for a couple hours until I come there?
I don't know. Don't let me do that.
Can I? Do you think I could talk to your worker? Because I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna come see you, but I can't get there until maybe 1 o'clock. Can I ask them?
Let me stay here till 1.
Will they let you stay there till 1?
I don't know. I doubt it.
Can I talk to them quickly?
Yes. Hold on.
Thanks.
Oh my God. Talia, what did he say? He's done with me, isn't he?
I don't know, Lynn. He just said that he couldn't find you. And he sounded worried, and he said the reason why he didn't pick up his phone yesterday was because he forgot to pay his phone bill.
I don't know why I just tell you. Oh my God. I don't know why I did it. I'm afraid I lost him and everything. Well, if he finds out that I was using Talia, he knows. He's gonna be done with me.
come there. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna find you a place to stay. Okay?
No, they said I can come back, but I can't come back until after discharge, which is this afternoon. I don't know what I'm gonna do until then.
But then you were away from home for quite early.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think David's going to say?
I don't know. I'm a little nervous.
Okay. What would you like? What would you see as your best scene scenario? What would you say?
Meaning what?
What you would like to see happen?
I would like to see myself go to treatment and get my baby back.
Okay.
Yeah. To live a normal life, go back to school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you like to go and do when you go back to school?
I want to become a chef.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah, I'm a good cook. I love cooking.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
It makes me happy when I cook.
Yeah. That's a good. It's a transportable.
Yeah. It's something that I can go to work and actually enjoy doing every day.
Yeah. And it's very useful too.
Yeah.
Am I doing anything wrong here besides messing up?
Yeah. Just put it on the top like that. Yeah. I might have to redo it later, but that's okay.
It doesn't have any color. I wonder what that is all about.
I don't know. Usually it's more colorful for sure. I don't know what's wrong.
Do you think it's reacting to your hair color?
I have no idea. I've never used this color before.
Yeah, you should always. Have you used this make before?
I've used Belle, but I've never used this color in
Okay.
particular. Right now we can just kind of go like this.
Okay. You need more stuff on you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I use the whole bottle for sure.
Okay.
Would you go back to the hospital, I guess? You too, or?
Yeah, if you want to go to the baby store.
I gotta get medically cleared.
Let's do it.
I don't know what am I gonna do till 4 o'clock.
Okay, well, I think it'll take us till 4 o'clock. Don't you worry. It'll take us till 4 o'clock.
Women
Okay?
don't tell me to phone at 4.
I'm gonna bring you back at 4.
Okay, thank you.
Okay?
Yeah. I'm scared to call him, tell I don't know what to say. I'm shaking.
Okay.
I'm so scared he's gonna end it, and I know he is.
He wants to know that you're safe, so call him and let him know that you're safe. And what happens after that, I don't know. First of all, tell me, like, you're cold, huh? Because yesterday, remember we were talking about being on the street. I was thinking about you being out there all night.
I was, and I slept in the stairwell. And that's why I'm so scared to tell you that. I fucked up once, and I know I'm gonna lose him. I know when I'm so scared to call him. Because I know he's gonna be mad and he's gonna end it. I know he is.
You can't control what he's gonna do. You can only control what you're doing, right? And you came back. You can only control what you're doing, and you came back. Okay. Okay. You're shaking. You're shaking.
Because I'm so scared of what he's gonna say. Do I look like shit? Does it look like I lost weight?
You were gone a day. You're gone a day. You look sad. You look sad. You look beautiful and sad.
I know he's gonna break it up, and I don't want to lose him because I might fuck up.
But I think maybe like him spending a little bit of time in jail made him realize not to come back.
Yeah, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but you're being naive.
Yeah.
If he's already, for example, harmed you when you had the baby inside, okay, for one thing, when Jordan was inside, right?
Yeah, there's no telling what he
and
might
then it
do.
happened after, right? So it actually, research shows that men who abuse a woman while they're carrying a baby, I tell
There's
you
nothing.
right point blank, the risk is that they will harm you to the point of homicide. Okay,
I don't doubt that. I've gotten life insurance policies because of that fear, actually.
Okay, so your behaviors, the way you were talking, you can pretty much put an age to when you were traumatized the
Like,
first
what do
time.
you mean? Like, I haven't quite grown up
I'll
yet?
tell you, yeah, well, that's a good way. Yeah, you could, I guess you could call it that. But I'm just thinking, you know, when a person, when a young person is abused, right? So if you think of, let's say, a person who's abused at the age of 12, or let's call it 10 instead of 12, then all of a sudden, all of their behaviors as an adult, you know, they have lots of great behaviors, right?
Yeah.
They hold down a job, they parent, they do all sorts of things.
I
But
understand
when,
fully.
at the moment that they need to react or interact under stress,
Okay.
they very much act like the
Children?
10-year-old
Yeah.
that was wounded.
I already knew this.
Okay, so, and yours, like I have not known you that long, but I have worked in this work
Yeah.
long enough to know that I can see there are triggers based on age as well.
Okay.
And we need to make sure that your son doesn't have to experience
Anything
you
that
parenting
happened.
from that point of view.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
That's very important. Yeah.
I give you an example. I grew up in a yelling house, right? So everybody yells, right? But my parents used to yell at us. So when I'm parenting now, my 4 children, I have to be careful
That you don't yell.
that I don't yell. Why don't you tell me why your son's not at home right now?
It's because of what happened pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. He called and he said, you know, it's Christmas. I want to spend my Christmas with my son and you. Can I come over? And I said, you know what? I want my son's first Christmas to be a good one. I don't think so. And he convinced me that it was okay.
Yeah.
He came over. We went to Mandarin restaurant. We had a good time.
Yeah.
And then I was feeling ill, like I was sick. And of course, with a baby, you can't get all the sleep you need. So I asked him to watch Jordan while I went to sleep. I
Yeah.
wake up like 2 hours later. He's gone. Jordan's standing up in his crib. He comes back with a bottle of tequila. And I decided, I don't know what made me say, like I knew right away it wasn't a good idea.
Right.
But I said, okay, it's Christmas. I don't know, you know?
Yeah,
And that's
yeah, okay.
what went wrong.
Okay.
Like that tequila should have never.
So
I should've-
so there'd be violence and then also your drinking, alcohol.
My drinking, I didn't have drinking though before. I didn't have that
Okay.
problem up until
Right.
my son was apprehended.
Even with him in jail, he's going to get out again. This is not a safe place, it's been proven.
But I'm really not willing to give up my place
Right.
until I get a new one.
But we have to get to a point where all of this shit, like it's lovely, don't get me wrong, I'm just saying it, these are material things. Your life's more important.
I understand that.
Okay, so I know these are your possessions and we can try to help you find a way to keep your possessions in a safe place. But I need you to protect this possession,
Okay.
right? And that's how I know that you've experienced trauma as well, right? Because you're thinking, okay, well, if I get to keep all this stuff, then I will be whole again. But
Not necessarily.
you know.
It's just not easy to get certain
Yeah,
things, you
no.
know, especially
This is
when
her
you're
first
poor.
apartment that she's ever had,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, no.
So
Yeah, absolutely. All of that makes
Yeah.
sense to me. It's a process, but you have to get to a place where your life
It's more important
is
than my
more
things.
important than anything else.
Yeah, but it's not that I don't think that my life's more important than anything else. It's just than all my possessions. It's just like things have changed so quickly, you know,
Yeah.
and it's not like easy to go from where I was, how well I was doing,
Yeah.
to being in this spot
Yeah.
that I'm in now. And so these things, they're not just things to me. It's like how it's my hard work that
Yeah.
I've done, you know,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. She was before. It's just that he just keeps reappearing, and the surprise when she was assaulted and pushed down the stairs was, I mean, that was, she just ambushed her. She was going out for a smoke outside.
She's easy to find.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
she
he
is.
knows where she
is.
lives. Yeah.
What if you weren't there when she called, when she was assaulted? Like, what if you weren't there on the phone? Not that you
what'd
ever
you
are
say?
not, but what if,
Wow.
what if you happened to not be there? What would she have done? That's like
No,
the
no,
fear
and
I have.
that's but you see, because I've had so many crisis clients, I've been carrying my phone.
Pardon me?
But
know.
you're leaving. So what happens the next time he assaults her? She
we're
can't
working
call you
on that.
anymore.
We're working on that.
I understand it completely why you're still following her.
Yeah.
Because she probably would have fallen through a lot of cracks without some assistance.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And obviously she's connected to you when she's phoning. You're the first person she calls when she's going through a violent circumstance, right? So it's tricky, it's dicey. This is where things get complicated.
Yeah.
I'm afraid that it's all my fault, that I've been setting up all these addiction counseling and treatment appointments for her and kind of really pushing her to get this done. And maybe she can't, or maybe she's just not there. And, you know, and it's asking so much of her because her life has been this for so long that it's all so new and overwhelming. And when I'm with her, I feel overwhelmed. And we spend like a lot of time together because we're going to a lot of appointments. So it's like 4 hours, like 3 times a week or something like that. And she's very, you know, from being with her, like she can be very demanding. And I think, you know, she's very demanding. And especially, you know, when she's clean, she's very demanding because she's just, not that she doesn't deserve the attention. You know, she's very deserving of attention, but her requests, you know, wind up piling up. You know, and I wind up doing so much for her that I don't do for other clients because I want so much for her. And she keeps asking, you know, do you think they're going to apprehend? Do you think they're going to apprehend? Well, this is the 8th baby. And I want to say no, but I don't know. And then it's more likely yes, because she keeps having these relapses and disappearing. But then she's coming back, and she comes back to Women's Own where she's been in detox. And I don't know, and it's all hanging on this, you know, gene tree.
I find it very difficult because I saw her as what I would call, in quotes, a normal housewife for the first 5. Okay, none of those babies were ever apprehended. But then when she started she ended up splitting with the husband, and he got custody of all the children. So it isn't really that they were apprehended at that time because she had a problem. But then she just went downhill completely. Started doing crack. She got addicted to crack, which was really unfortunate. Her mother was a crack addict, and she just went way down.
I don't know why I did it. I was on my way to Metro and I ran into somebody and bang. And I won't be okay until I know that we're okay. Daddy's not gonna leave me.
What are you gonna do if
if he leaves me, I don't know, tell you. I'm not gonna go out in years, but I'll be down every day. I won't be happy at all.
Because I'm scared that, you know, that everything is tied up with Peter. Not to say that love is important and that your relationship with him isn't important, and that he's a huge support. But I'm scared.
So am I.
Would you ever do anything to hurt yourself?
No. I mean, of course I'm worried about the baby. Like,
yeah.
I should have went there. It was doing so good.
But you know, when I left you on Tuesday, you were feeling really down. you're feeling down about going to Jean Tweed?
I shouldn't have used those, no excuse. And now, because of that, I probably lost him now.
Well, I mean, he's come back every time, right?
I know, but I think this may be it, Talia.
I don't know, but the focus has to go back to you and the baby.
Day 5.
You should have explained the rules. You should have emailed them. I should have been practicing.
G46.
What are you
Your
writing?
kid's 46, he said.
No, you're just trying to make me lose. G46.
Your kids could show you.
I know there's a 46 here, but I cannot see it for the life. Oh, there it is.
G57.
G57. No, that's a 47. I'm not going to win if I don't know numbers. 57. Don't change yet. No.
I-29.
Okay, I'm on this one. I'm on this one. I-29. There you are, you bastard.
And 33.
I'm not a praying person, but I just pray to get through this night. And 33.
33, yeah. The first two are done.
Well, that helps.
G51.
Not.
I'm gonna get them to change your cards.
What? G51.
They're done. These two are done. Do those two.
Okay, you gotta like.
Oh,
Sorry,
75.
you can't play tonight. Your own. You must
Mine are
play
done
mine.
already.
Oh, 75. How do you do it? This is your talent in life.
To be a professional bingo player.
B14.
You are very good at it. I've never given you a compliment before. But this is it.
And
I'm so
43.
tired. I hope somebody wins really soon.
V1.
I don't know. I've like made it through like all the health struggles.
I
Well, not
know.
all of them because I still
Yeah.
have so much ahead of me.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I did better than I thought I was gonna do this time around. So I guess like future-wise, my goal is just to like get my health under better control and be the best mom I can be to my kids. Because like a week ago, I didn't think I was gonna.
I know.
I knew I was gonna be here, but I mean, like, not the way I am right now.
Holding your baby.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna be on another floor, like going through dialysis, and my baby was gonna be up here or at home with somebody else. So, I guess just continue to work on my health issues.
This is already your little miracle.
I have 3 beautiful daughters now to like be there for. That's all I can think about. I don't know.
Because it's one day at a time.
Just taking it easy and like getting my health under control. It's been so long since I've had health issues because of addictions and because of my lifestyle and because of other things. And now I'm like a full-time mom, and this just like happened like in the last year. You know?
Times 2.
Times, exactly. But I mean, like within getting clean and like getting my health under control and like all the changes, it's only been in the last year. Do you know what I mean?
I know.
And now I have 2 beautiful like kids at home with me now to look forward to being with.
And a third one.
And a third one that's somewhere else that I'm trying to work to get. You know?
And you've got your place, and you've got.
It's not the greatest, but yeah,
No, but
it's home.
It's
for
home.
now.
Yeah, it's home.
You know, my child's father's around. I have good friends like Nikita and Francis and stuff like that that are supportive. You know, that makes a difference.
That's
and you have,
huge.
even if it's just one person, it makes a difference.
It's huge, yeah.
Oh, hi there. I'm a patient of Dr. Kirsch, and I'm having some ear pain. I suspect an ear infection. Again, I'm wondering if I can come in and see the doctor.
Okay. Are you available for? Are you in the area now?
Unfortunately, I'm not. I'm going to be in the area taking my son to the doctor because he has an ear infection at 2:45 down the hall.
She's not in the office at that time.
Okay.
Hold 1 second.
I can come in like around 11 or 12.
Okay. Hold on 1 second.
Thank you. How many things can I do at the same time?
That's exactly how people think of us. That's exactly how people think of us. Oh, that's what they say.
And then whatever she talks to Jen, Jen will talk to her sister, the crackhead, and then
No,
it could cause problems
But
again.
Taxi, we only have to focus on our own issues.
That's
our
what
own
I'm
world.
focusing in, but you gotta stop.
Our own world, and she needs to.
No, he thinks just because I text him or they text me right away, I'm gonna jump. And then I said, you know what? I still have money in my pocket. My
You're
money's
just
still the
testing
same.
you.
And it's not working. So what's your
Okay.
problem?
Look at where you guys are at. You've got the baby. You're going through these sessions. You are doing really, really, really
Yeah, we're
well.
doing fine.
You're doing really well.
But that's the only
You are
part.
doing really well.
That's the only part that I get arguments with, because why when I leave the house you talking to them, you texting to them.
Yeah.
What when I leave the house,
I
there's
have
a man
nobody.
not knowing what you're
She
doing.
doesn't have anybody to talk to.
I can't
And
sit
you
there and
can't
text
always talk
Chrissy
to
and Troy like that's not working. Like you know.
Yeah, you got my sister. You could sit down and chat with if you want to be positive.
I don't know your sister.
It has to be somebody she can connect
Exactly.
That connected with a crackhead is connected. Yeah.
Yeah, because they know.
It's just I know.
They're just acquaintances that you meet off the street smoking crack with.
Right. So don't
Okay,
worry about it.
Yeah, we don't want to.
No, and that literally. No,
I can't
honestly,
even-
I'm sorry guys,
okay,
but that
you know what?
literally
Let's
upsets me.
let's bring up this part. I can't even text Doris
Why you can't
and
take
tell
Doris?
her problems because you get all irate.
Depends on what you're telling her. You're not telling her the right thing, the truth.
I'm telling her Doris. I feel like she's a piece of shit. I want to move out of here. Forget taxi.
Yeah, I know.
You know.
I know.
And then so that's how I feel. I can't tell you that. Holy, you skinned me alive.
Skin you alive. How am I gonna skin you alive? I don't touch her.
But that's I know.
do not
No, he
touch
doesn't
her.
do it. But
I do not.
Good morning. It's Talia. Vera Lynn, it's Talia. Please, 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 please.
Do you do anything for your back pains? Do you have a nice warm shower or a heating pad or a water bottle you put on your back or anything like that? No? You just kind of bear through it? Okay. Okay.
Especially when I lie down and when I get up too fast, I'm like, oh no, I can't walk.
It's hard, right?
Yeah.
It's heavy, it's hard to get up, especially if you've been lying down, you kind of feel a little stiff and your muscles
Sometimes
need
I
to...
can't move. If I sleep on the side, it's hard for me to move.
It is,
Yeah.
right? So you have to kind of move your whole weight over, so it's hard to roll over to the other side.
I feel like a whale.
Yeah, exactly. That's very normal. That's very normal. But at nighttime, do you get some rest? Are you able to get a few hours? And does he wake you up at night? The kicking?
Sometimes, yes.
Sometimes, yeah. And are you able to go back to sleep right away, or does it take you some time, or?
No.
No? Okay. I hear you've picked out the name for the baby. Is going to be Jacob.
Yeah.
That's good. That's exciting. And is he going to have your last name?
Yes,
Jacob Jones. Jacob Jones. That's a good name. I think he'll be happy with that name. It will be. It'll be exciting to see him and see what he looks like.
So he does love to be around people that he knows. I have noticed recently that he's becoming more and more afraid of strangers. And he is very afraid of male figures that he does not know. Like
That's,
extremely
That's
afraid.
understandable.
Like he will literally run and
Right.
hide
And hide
behind
behind
furniture, whatever.
Right. The first day that I brought him to the shelter, he wouldn't get out of my arms. He wouldn't
Right.
allow me to put him down at all.
Yeah, he does that a lot as well. If there's new people that he's not seen before or whatever, he will cling on to me. He does not show it though with my husband. Like he's very comfortable with my husband. So he's fine to go to him. If he doesn't immediately see me, he will search out either me or him. When we are out in the community as well, he's very aware of his surroundings.
So new situations.
Yeah,
right?
he's constantly scanning the area, and he's always looking over his shoulder. And if he sees a male like in the grocery store or whatever, he will grab at me even if he's in like the grocery cart or his stroller, and then he'll constantly be looking behind him. Yeah, you can definitely see the fear, unfortunately, right? This Sacred Bundle? Oh yeah, so we have the Sacred Bundle. We got that at 7-Day Plan of Care, so that's like his scrapbook. So that we are working on, and you got the pictures as well, right?
I
So
love the
pictures.
picture with him in
So
the snow.
yeah,
That's
that
my
was
favorite
funny.
one.
Pictures of him in the snow.
And he did not like it.
I purposely didn't put gloves on him just so that he could, because he loves feeling the snow when people come in and it's on the boots or whatever. So we were out there we lasted like 90 seconds.
So he does the most amazing lunchbooks.
Yeah.
You're gonna have the most thorough book for him that you could ever hope to have.
Okay. I also got a baby book I was going to give you. I don't know if you want it right now or.
Yeah,
or
I
you're-
can just to
yeah,
like
'cause
fill it in and stuff
yeah,
for
yeah.
you
And I got 2 of them, so.
So yeah, so he's aware of his surroundings. Also, if he sees a male with a dark complexion, and this I've experienced with drivers that come to pick him up for the visits, he will not go to them. Like, will not go to them.
Wow.
He's sending us a really clear message that
Yeah.
maybe even that you know, there was more to the violence than just the one time. Like maybe he's completely
He's seen a lot.
scared.
He's
Yeah.
seen quite a bit of violence towards
Yeah.
me, yeah.
Yeah.
And he was there too. You know,
Yeah.
like he was knocked down when he was in my arms.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, we were knocked down, so.
And ongoing, maybe even like, you know,
Mm.
like over a long period of time.
I don't think a long period. It's happened about maybe 5 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
At least, yeah, like violence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there, it's time to change that.
Yeah. Well, it is changing. There's no way in the world.
Well, and I mean, with his
honestly.
sleeping getting better and things like
It
that,
is.
like
Yeah,
that
you
shows a
can
huge
see-
change in him,
Yeah.
and that he's able to still fill in those gaps and change that behavior for him.
One of the things that Charlene and I have talked about is there's two issues that brought this young boy into care. One is the addictions issue, so the drinking of alcohol, and the other one is clearly the family violence. So we have moved on the family violence thing. We were able to talk to you about going into violence against women's shelter. And I know that you're extremely resilient. We've talked about it a million times. You're a brave young woman, et cetera, but we decided collectively we needed to help you, encourage you, say to you, probably in your best interest to go to a safe place.
And I'm doing a lot better now that I'm there too, because there's more supervision.
So I'm comfortable with that part. We are all at the same time helping with housing to try and get, and that's all of us, right? We're all working to try and help get the housing. We just need something that is safe, and then the encouragement for you to be able to stand up and say no each time.
Well, I've changed my phone number 3 times.
Yeah.
Just to make sure. Yeah.
And then there's the drinking, right?
Yeah.
We I already told you, Charlene, but we're having a meeting, so I have to talk about it. But I don't want to focus on shaming and blaming. Remember, but I have to feel confident that that when Jordan is with you, you're not going to drink, because there's only one of you. There's nobody to spell, so you're the responsible adult. And you were kind enough to be really honest with me that while you've been in the shelter, when he's not with you, you're still drinking. Maybe even, in your words, a bit too much.
Well, I don't drink a bit too much, but the fact of the matter is, it's not like I'll have 3-4 beer.
Right.
But the fact of the matter is, it's hard for me to not have those 3-4 beer.
Right.
Yeah.
So that
it's I'm not getting intoxicated.
Right.
But
No.
I am having a hard time even saying no.
Is there any way I could pick the foster parents?
Now, you might not be able to choose the foster family, but you might be able to meet them. So sometimes the clients have even met the foster family as well, so that moms can feel that the needs of the baby are okay. I feel safe because I know you have my baby. So sometimes it's easier if you can meet them and you know where your baby's going to be. And you've been staying clean. So you've had a few slips, but you've been pretty much staying clean, which is really good. So now we just have to get the mental health piece looked at. So find the doctor that you're comfortable with and somebody that you can go to ongoing and work out the mental health piece. Right? In the past, you've heard, you do have a diagnosis of schizophrenia.
Yeah, I'm afraid because when they took my 6-year-old and my 18-month-old, I started to drink and use drugs. So I'm afraid that might happen.
With this one?
No, I'm afraid that I might just give up and just do that again like the last time.
Right.
And then start all over again.
Right.
It's the same pattern.
Right. When were you diagnosed with schizophrenia?
After they took my kids. So
how many years ago was that?
That was 7 years ago.
7 years ago. Okay. And with your last baby 3 years ago, what's her name? Is that
Gemma?
Gemma. Did you went back to the drugs and alcohol after CVS
After they took her
the
because
baby?
I was so sad that she was gone. Yeah.
So then we're going to have to make sure we put in a plan in place so that doesn't happen this time?
Yeah.
detailed message, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you.
Oh, hi, it's Talia Singer calling. I was by Vera Lynn's apartment this morning. I didn't see you, but I had waited outside her apartment for about 10 minutes, knocking, and she never answered the door. It didn't sound like there was anybody in there, so I've left a message for Women's Own. Just curious, maybe she had gone back downtown, but it doesn't seem likely right now.
What do you call this guy? Does he get the whole measure to himself? No, he's sharing it with this guy. Yeah. So he can't be a whole note. Half note? That's right. But wait, if he's a half note, he can't be a half note. Who's he? A whole note? Does he get the whole measure? No. Oh, he can't be a whole note. Uh-oh. We forgot
Quarter
something.
note.
Oh, you got it. Okay, quarter note. Okay, so one more thing you have to play for me. Yep, and then we're gonna talk about, this one's not started yet, right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
Basically, Tina has explained to us that some of the verbal abusing has continued in spite of the fact that your son said he would kind of hold off on it. There are shelters for women who are in abusive relationships, So she has gone to there with the baby, okay? So I need to ask you, is there a way that we could arrange with getting the baby there without Tina and your son being part of that plan? We have to have some person in between, because that's a child protection concern. Okay? I'm trying to do this without being intrusive, right? We want the family to take care of this issue.
It's really devastating for me. I couldn't sleep last night. I'm worried about what's going to happen. I'm worried about Akil. I'm worried about Tina. I'm worried about him. You know, it's not easy. Like, we've connected. We're a family.
Yeah. So. Yeah, absolutely. So it's raw. And it's happened very suddenly, and that unfortunately is one of the things that happens. What I'm thankful for is that we didn't have to move the child to some foster home in some other city, that we were able to keep this part together. Now we have to figure out, if they can't live together, because that's a possibility, how they parent, how they share the parenting.
Hello, it's Talia.
Hi, Talia.
Hi, Vera?
I was crying, I was screaming in pain. So I called the ambulance and yeah, didn't even make it, I think we made it to...
Like the end of your street before he was born?
Yeah, I think we made it like out to the end of the street or something like that, I forget, but we didn't make it very far.
Oh my gosh. Thank God you called the ambulance. You did great. You did great. It's not your fault. I wish you would have stayed at St. Mike's. They won't let you?
No, I haven't held him yet.
Okay.
I just really want to hold him bad.
Is he kicking? Is his name still Jacob, or did you change it?
I don't know yet.
You have to see him first, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes when you see their face, you can kind of know. You're a Jacob, you're a Jackson, you're a Jim Bob.
Now it's contraction.
Yeah, I can feel it getting harder.
Yeah.
Do they last long, or do they
No.
go away pretty fast?
It's doing it now.
Mm-hmm.
And when I touch, he kicks.
Because he can hear your voice, he knows your touch. Do you talk to him and sing to him? He knows your voice.
Yeah.
He's used to hearing you. It's a rough life, hey? Are you comfortable on this arm? That's the more comfortable side. What you thinking? Nothing.
Lynn? It's Talia. Okay. Morning, sleepyhead. Today's the day.
Okay, so we're all here together? Okay, so let's have a toast. Today being International Women's Day. Let's,
is an epitome of that.
yes, and let us all have a toast to the women that you serve and the voices and the strength that you give them all in the work that you do.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, yes, we have to drink.
so,
Drink, you're right.
No, you're supposed to clink first,
I
then
gotta
drink.
click with this one. Click that one over there.
Yeah.
The big kahuna.
All right, down the hatch, Cheryl.
See, wait, keep that high up.
Yeah,
let's get it.
You can't leave, Doris.
I know.
I'm still
I
in
know.
disbelief, and I still, come the end of March, I think it's going to be tough.
Yes. We've canceled your retirement.
I've had quite a few people try to talk to me about not retiring and stuff like that. I really have.
And I've received the official freaking things, you know what I mean?
But it's really, really been just sort of overwhelming working with a team on clients that have a huge gap in their lives. I could get very emotional, you guys.
You want me to blab and then you can take over?
Yeah.
Yeah, Doris, you were my mentor when I first came to the team, and yes, you were.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure. Obviously, it was very memorable for you, but I was really intimidated coming into this team as like the newest member because I thought that you guys were super cool, right? And and you guys had such a tight rapport. It was like really hard to infiltrate and sitting in the meeting, and I'm like, what are you talking about? But then I went to meet you in your office. And you showed me the ropes. You were like, this is what it says we do on paper, and this is what we really do. But I think the biggest thing that you've taught me was that we give the clients the care that we give them, not because they're homeless, not because they're pregnant, not because they have other social issues, but because they deserve it, because they're human beings. And don't we all deserve that kind of treatment in this life, right? Wouldn't we all deserve that kind of respect and kindness and care all throughout our lives? So That's the biggest lesson you taught me.
I work in the Healthy Babies, Healthy Children program, and I work with women who are pregnant and mostly are looking for housing. And my job is to meet with you as often as you'd like. I usually like to meet with you weekly, and I can meet with you wherever you want, at your place, at your doctor's appointment, at Tim Hortons, at this office, wherever you want to meet. And we just talk about the baby and how you're doing. And whatever you need help with, it's my job to help you.
Monday morning I have to deliver one, and then there's another one which Tuesday.
My name is Doris Slody. I'm Toronto Public Health Nurse. I brought Charlene in, I believe it was yesterday. I'm getting kind of confused. Yes. Okay, I'm just wondering, is she back? I think she left actually last night for an overnight, but I just want to know that she's safe because otherwise I'm going over to her place to check on her, to check and find out where she's at. Okay, I will. Okay. Okay, bye.
Beautiful lady, may I walk beside you and soften your journey? Do you care? Why should I trust you? What do you know about this, my life? My parents were addicts. I was so scared. Why did they move me through so many foster homes? Unrelenting sexual abuse and depression. I was 12. I dreaded seeing the man sneak into my room every night. Tormenting memories. Booze, crack, heroin, anything to numb the pain. Working the streets, boyfriend, pimp, drug dealer, assaulted, jailed. Suicide would be a relief. Formed, mental ward, psychiatric label, legal drugs to flatline and crush the emotions. Homeless, shelters. Do you believe in me? I don't. I do have dreams. I'm scared to love this baby that may be taken from me, but I love this baby. I want to be a mom and finish my schooling. As I listen to each pregnant mom's story, I feel the years of pain and confusion, and I sense the wall of survival. Fetal pictures are models, help her connect to her developing baby. We share stories, whatever story she wants to share at the time. We develop a comfort level and move forward, one step at a time. She needs someone to care. I do.